Taking it live only takes 2 minutes. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. हरिनाम संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि ओम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं, देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवतेरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे, निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा. Welcome everybody to our Sunday feast program, evening feast. Okay. So last week we were reading from first Canto, chapter 1, verse 1. जन्माद्यस्य यथोन् ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। जन्माद्यस्य यतो अन्वयात् इतरतश्चार्थेषु अभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदा आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो त्रिसर्गो मृषा, धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. So this verse is glorifying Lord Krishna. So we discussed saying that Janmadya Janmadi Asya Yato. So he is the source of all creation. He is the source of all creation. And Itaratas Charteshu Abhigna Swarat. And he is the primeval cause of all causes, creation, sustenance, and destruction. And he is Abhigna. The Abhigna means he is all cognizant. He knows everything both directly and indirectly. So Krishna knows everything in our heart. We can hide from others, but we can't hide from Krishna. What is there in our heart, he knows. Sometimes people say something, do something else, isn't it? They'll be smiling, inside they'll be like, what a useless fellow. Others might not be able to know that, but he knows. He knows exactly what is going on in our heart. So many a times when devotees are practicing bhakti, and sometimes there will be difficulties in life. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvidha padante mam jana sukrutino arjuna, artho artharthi jignasu gnani cha bharatarshava. So he's saying there are 4 types of sukrutina, punya jivis, people who have done sukruti, punya, which will bring them to, it is called bhakti unmukha sukruti. Punya that brings them to bhakti, that brings them to Krishna. So people might come to Krishna because they have some difficulties, they want some money, etc., etc. In all these situations, Krishna takes care of the devotee. Okay, but many a times we are practicing Krishna consciousness, we get some difficulty. We stand in front of Krishna and say, what do we say? First thing we say, why this problem for me? We'll see, look at neighbors, everybody is okay. Why am I, why, what did I do? We'll stand in front of Krishna and say, Krishna, in Kannada it's easy to say, nanage yake, nanage yake, say, why only me? And we don't understand, we offer prayers saying, please help me from this situation. But along with that, we also tell Krishna, Krishna, this is my problem. By the way, this is the solution, if you didn't know. Like Krishna doesn't have enough intelligence. He has to listen from us only. And when Krishna does something different than what we expected, then we will lose faith in Krishna. See, Krishna is Abhigna, so he knows exactly what is there in our heart. We don't even have to actually offer any prayers to him, asking for something. And he knows what is good for us. So we should have that faith, saying that whatever Krishna does for us is good. Not that whatever we want only he should do. No, because he is more intelligent than us. He is Sarvagna, he knows future also, right? So he will do exactly what is right for us. Exactly what is right for us. So we should have this faith. When we come to Krishna, we should have full faith. Krishna is not like people in this material world who give some promise, but they don't stick to it. Krishna is not like that. Krishna has said, Yogakshemam vamyam sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam rajam tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. So he's giving a lot of promises in Bhagavad Gita, saying, you come to me, you surrender to me, I will take care of things for you. Don't worry. Even in the 18th chapter, he tells Arjuna, you have to live life thinking about me. Ma manusmara yudhyacha. And he says, if you live your life without thinking about me, you will be lost. You will be lost. Lost means we won't know what is right, what is wrong, what should be done, what should not be done. Nothing we'll know. Because we will use our intelligence. But Krishna will guide us. Krishna will direct us. So we should have faith in Krishna. He knows everything. We should have that faith. And he is Swarat. He's completely independent. See, no, he doesn't have to depend on anybody. Suppose we have some problems and we go to a Jyotishi. We go to astrologer. We go to astrologer and ask him, saying that, what is happening? I have so many problems, this problem, that problem. So he says, okay, this is because of this graha, this is because of that graha. Now, all those grahas, these are planets. They are dependent. They are not independent. Even if they have to give us something, he has to sanction. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, saying, I have to give, only then they can give. But Krishna doesn't have to go to anybody. And for this material world to run in a particular way, for example, we have traffic rules. When there is red, we have to stop. So police people, they made this rule so that there is little bit, otherwise there'll be chaos. Everybody will be, even in Bangalore, whether they signal or not, people will be, coming from all directions. But the rules are so that, people can follow and there is some order. So these devas and devatas, we call them demigods, they have rules. They have to live, they have to execute their work according to these rules. They don't have independence to just do whatever they want. But Krishna is fully independent. If Krishna decides to take away devotees, karma phala, all difficulties, he can do it like this. He doesn't require to go to anybody. He doesn't require to think. He doesn't need to do anything. Completely under his control. So he's Swarat. He's fully independent. See, when we surrender to somebody, that person must be the most capable. Most capable. Who is the most capable person? Which means when we surrender, somebody should be able to accept our surrender. Which means that they should be able to guide us, help us in all situations. Who is one person who can do that in all circumstances? It's Krishna. Because he's fully independent. See, we should understand these opulences. This is Krishna's position. We should understand this. So he's fully independent. He's fully cognizant. He knows exactly what is going on, and he takes care of everything. But he doesn't bother with the lives of people who don't come to him. So Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyam. So if we go to Krishna asking for help, Krishna will give us help. If we go somebody else, somewhere else, it's okay. It's your desire. He doesn't come in the way. He doesn't, no, why are you not coming to me? I'm the Supreme Lord. He doesn't have any pride like we have. We have no big fat pride. He doesn't have anything. He'll say, okay, you want to go there? Okay, go. Because he knows that for them to come to him might take a lot more time. And they'll go to demigods and finally they'll come to him. So he knows. He's not in any hurry. So he'll let them, okay, go. So one who is completely in, see, sometimes what happens if we are not in control of situations. So we get frustrated, isn't it? When something doesn't happen the way we want, we get frustrated. Krishna doesn't have to get frustrated. Because whatever happens is in his control. So there's no frustration for Krishna. Krishna is always happy. So this is the beauty about Krishna. See, you see Krishna smiling? How do you see Krishna? Can you see him smiling, or he's worried? Oh my God, so much, all these people, how do I take them back to? He's not worried. He has unlimited universes. I was just thinking the other day, saying how capable a person should be, how brilliant a person should be, that he's not even looking at these universes and they're running. He's not even looking at them. He's just allocated. If he assigns services, then we'll be worried who will come, whether that person who has taken service, will they do, not do. Krishna is taking care of unlimited universes. And he doesn't force anybody. Please understand this. This is the beauty about Krishna. He doesn't force anything on anybody. You took the service, why are you not doing? He will not ask. I say, okay, you don't want to do, no problem. So he's completely in control. He's completely in control. And we should have full faith. Full faith. Whatever happens in the life of a devotee is under the direct control of Krishna. But whatever happens in the life of a person who is not a devotee of Krishna is in the control of Maya, material energy. There actually, it's a very sad situation. I mean, when I first came to Krishna consciousness, this is the first thing that hit me. Saying that, oh my God, it's a helpless situation outside. It's really helpless. As in, yeah, demigods have some power. It's not like they're powerless. But really, they're not independently powerful. I mean, the only person who can really take us out of any situation is Krishna. So that is why Krishna is saying, and it's not like some false claim, or he's saying, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Charanam Braja. He's saying very clearly, surrender only to me. Don't go Monday one demigod, Tuesday one demigod, Thursday one Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Someday Saturday I have more time, 2-3 demigods. Still there are 33 crore demigods. How many people will we go behind? So we don't disrespect demigods, but he is the root. So we come to him. He imparted knowledge to Brahma. So this whole Vedic knowledge, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavai. He gave the whole Vedic knowledge to Brahma. So this beautiful, how Brahma appeared, this whole creation, it's very nice. Actually, we will discuss that as we go along. You would have all heard Brahma suddenly appeared on a lotus flower. He appeared lotus flower and he opens his eyes. Just imagine, all lights switched off. And nobody is there. And we are in some forest. How will it be? Brahma is like, oh, where am I? What am I supposed to do? Why am I here? So he had so many questions. He didn't have answers to anybody, anything. But he was very intelligent and he is a servant of Krishna. He is a devotee of Krishna. So then he decided, he had his intelligence. He used his intelligence. Okay, this flower is there. I'm sitting on this flower. But each flower should be there somewhere. It should start from some place. So let me go find that place. Somebody might be there who, from whom or who put water to this flower so this flower grew, something. Somebody should be there. Nobody is there right now. So he goes down that stem of that lotus flower and then he searches everywhere. He's searching. He's not able to find anybody. He's saying, Arey, what is this? How this flower has come? There's nobody who's produced it. He's confused. So he again goes back. He goes back and sits on the petals, on the lotus flower. And then he hears something. He hears two words, two alphabets. He hears ta and pa. Tapa. Tapas. So he hears that he has to do some tapas. So he engages in very severe austerities for many years. And then he realizes his position. Vishnu gives him the knowledge of the Vedas at that point of time. So Vishnu directly gave the knowledge to Brahma through his heart. Heart means in all our hearts there is Paramatma. We know Paramatma. So if somebody is sleeping on if there's somebody is lying down, do we cross? We don't cross. Why we don't cross? Why we don't cross somebody who is lying down? Paramatma is there inside. Paramatma is there inside. So that Paramatma is called Anumanta Upadrishta. So he knows everything. He guides, he gives permission for us, etc., etc. So many things are there. So Paramatma also gives intelligence. Paramatma gives intelligence. So Paramatma gave the knowledge to Brahma through sitting inside his heart. So Tene Brahma Hrida, through the heart. Adi Kavai is the firstborn, Brahma. So he understood everything about the creation. Why is he here? What he needs to do. Everything he understood. So Krishna is so powerful that he doesn't have to sit in front of somebody to give them knowledge. He can reveal. So that is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantite. So one who surrenders to Krishna and serves him nicely, Krishna will give the intelligence for them to go to Krishna. Actually, see, knowledge is not required for us to go back to Krishna. We need bhakti. But Prabhupada said, bhakti is not some feeling. It's not some bhavane. In Kannada, we say bhavane. It's not just some internal feeling. I don't know. Did I give this example of this newly married couple last week? No. It's very important to understand why Prabhupada coined this word devotional service, bhakti seva. He didn't say bhakti because till then it is all bhakti. And without bhakti means, oh, okay, I'm just sitting in some, meditation, this, that, and all that. Prabhupada said, no, bhakti seva. So once what happens that two people get married, as it happens. So they got married. And so after many days, husband now going back to work, he's rejoining work. So he goes first day, he says, Tata, bye-bye, they're exchanging their love. I can't be without you, this, that, and all that. So then he goes to work. Then this Mataji, his wife is thinking, first day he's gone to work. I should give him some surprise today. Don't imagine brahmachari. I should give him some surprise. So then she went to this mall, that mall, all malls. She bought, flowers and this and that and all that nicely. She's like fully prepared to welcome her husband. She just comes back half an hour before he comes. And then by the time she freshens up, dresses herself, etc., etc. Husband comes and knocks on the door or rings the bell. Then she opens the door. She is very nicely presenting herself, and he is also very happy. Oh, first day, so many hours I didn't see you. And then, he's very happy, both of them. You might be wondering, what is this Bhagavatam class romance? We'll come to the reality at the end. So then she says, oh, see, beautiful, today I got this gift. I think you will like it. And yeah, all this is going on. So he came home at 7:30 afternoon. He had his lunch. Now 7:30. फिर 8:30 तक ये दिखाया वो दिखाया सब कुछ चल रहा है. 8:30 देख रहा है वो 8:30. थोड़ा I'm feeling a little hungry. Is there anything to eat? Like, oh my God, I totally forgot to cook. Whole day I was running around, I went to this area, that mall, here, there. Don't care, I got all this. I totally forgot about cooking. I'm very sorry. In those days, Swiggy was not there. So they couldn't just place an order. So then she cooked, and then, by the time, some simple khichdi type, and then by the time they ate and slept, it was very late. Okay. Then again, next day again, same thing happens. Again, she's like, so please, Mataji's, just example ke liye. Don't think that is like Mataji's are just for making a point. So then again, she has so much of love for her husband that she again engages, no, today I have to get even something better. This, that. Again, same thing happens. It's like, Khana. So then third day, he realized, okay, ye to thoda zyada hi, she's behind gifts. So I will have to tell her something that, what my situation is. So third day, before going only, he says, today, it's okay today if you don't get any gifts. I won't mind. You have given already enough gifts. I understand that you love me. But please make sure that I have some, when I come, I should have some food. So I understand, what is the understanding here? 2 days she was doing, love, affection, all this, but it was all only lip service. Actually, kya chahiye? I mean, love means we give what the person wants, not what we want, isn't it? Love means first we have to understand what that person wants. If that person wants food and then we are giving him gifts, he's not feeling bad, he's happy about it. But साथ में खाना भी होना चाहिए था. So like this, devotional service to Krishna, if we say we love Krishna, we want to serve Krishna, we have to serve. Bhakti means practical service. So we have to cook for Krishna, we have to get flowers for Krishna, we have to decorate, we have to, nicely. He will feel happy that devotees are doing with some feeling. Because he's a person. Please understand, he's a person. He will feel happy when we do things with love for him. This is devotional service. Prabhupada called it devotional service. So that is why in Krishna consciousness, in ISKCON for us, it is always seva, seva, seva. Sadhana bhi hai. We also do chanting and all that, but we are engaged in practical service for Krishna. So there are various services, we'll talk about all that. Okay, so then even great people are confused about Krishna. They can't understand. That is why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that there are Bahunam, what is that? Kaschit yatati siddhe, or Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhe, yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvatah. He says there are a lot of people, Bahunam janma, Manushyanam sahasreshu, there are thousands of people who endeavor for siddhi, perfection. Out of those people who are endeavoring for perfection, very few people achieve perfection. Amongst those who achieve perfection, hardly one person knows me as I am. So he says, even demigods, nobody can understand Krishna. Great rishis, nobody can understand Krishna. Krishna is achintya. Can't understand. Why we can't understand Krishna? Because Krishna does things that normally we cannot understand with our tiny, tiny brain. So today we are discussing actually in temple Krishna's form. It's called Archa Vigraha. When you go to the temple, we see a form of the Lord. He takes that form mercifully because we can't see his spiritual form. So he accepts, he actually incarnates. He comes and resides in that form in the temple very mercifully because we can see only material elements. So he manifests himself in material elements so that we can see him. But even there, he reciprocates with his devotees. The devotees show love to him, he will show his love back. Even when we think that he's just standing in some murti, non-living, we think. No, Lord is present there. So there are a lot of nice incidents which happen. So I'll just narrate one incident. Actually, yeah, this second one is actually both are nice. Anyway. So once what happens, there is one old Vaishnava, he's aged Vaishnava, and then he wants to go for Tirtha Yatra. He wants to go to Vrindavan and other places to see Lord Krishna and serve him. So then there is one young Brahmana in his village. So he takes him along, saying that, you can come along and you can help me because I'm old. So Brahmana comes along and, he's like literally like his own, very nicely, very respectfully, he serves the aged Vaishnava. Then where is this? Ramuna? Sakshi Gopal. So this Lord's form, is Gopal. So then they go there, and then the Brahmana the Vaishnava tells the Brahmana, saying that you served me like so nicely. I feel like I should give something to you. So he says, see, I have a young daughter who's marriageable. She has to get married. You please marry her. And this young Brahmana, he's very poor, but this aged Vaishnava is very rich. He has like a lot of position in the society, this, that, and all that. So this young Brahmana, he says, no, aap kahan hai, main kahan hu, that kind of thing. Like, no, it won't be nice. It won't make a good, it'll be difficult for you. It's not nice, maybe you think about it again. Are you sure you want to give your daughter to me? That age Vaishnava says, no, absolutely. For whatever you have done, I have to give my daughter. You have to accept. Says, okay, I mean, if you're insisting so much, I will accept. Then, but before going, that Brahmana tells Gopal, both of them are very nice devotees. So he stands in front of Gopal saying that, Gopal, see, he's saying that he wants to give his daughter to me, but I don't know. I'm not very sure because it doesn't look like a good match for me. So if in case something happens, you have to come for witness. You have to become witness. Okay. Gopal heard what he said. Then both of them came back to their, village, town, wherever they came back. And then this Vaishnava, bold Vaishnava, Vaishnava, he made proposal to his family. Everybody, all relatives are here. See, I want to give my daughter to this Brahmana. Everything is going on. Then his wife and son and all that, they say, wife says, I'm going to commit suicide. You want to give this girl to him, I'm going to commit suicide. Then everybody is against him, saying that, what, are you gone mad? Is this kind of match? You look at your position, everybody oppose him. And son is also vehemently opposing. And the Vaishnava is like, he's feeling very bad. I gave a word to another devotee, and my house, they're not allowing me to do this. But then he keeps quiet because his son is very forcefully, opposing. So then his son says, let's do one thing. We'll call that Brahmana, and in front of Panchayat, we will show that he is telling lie. He's claiming something wrong. You never promised him. We'll tell all this, and then I will take care of the rest. His son says, okay. They call in front of all the Panchayat. Then, they come and says, no, he promised. Then, that son comes up with some story and says, no, this man, he gave some, some herbs to my father. He took away all his money. He cheated him. He intoxicated him, this, that, and all that. Some story he said. And everybody then, started opposing. Then the panchayat asked, okay, is there any witness for you? How can I believe that you actually, that this person gave you a word? Maybe you are only lying. How do I know that you are right? Brahmana thinks what to do. And he suddenly remembers, oh, I had requested Gopal to become my witness. So he says, okay, you be here only. I will go. He actually says in front of everybody, I'll go to Gopal, and I had requested him to become my witness if something like this happens. So I'll go get him. So his son is laughing. He's like, yeah, he's crazy. No, gone. I don't have to marry my daughter to him, marry my sister to him. So he goes to Gopalji, and then he stands in front of him and he says, like, Prabhu, you know everything. You know my situation. Only you have to come, because that day I requested you to become my witness. Only you can protect me. Then Gopal speaks. Yes. So then he says, Gopal saying, see, I am there in everybody's heart. I will tell them. I will make them understand, saying that you actually, that Vaishnava had given this word to you. Don't worry, you go. Brahmana is saying, no. I told them that I'm going to get you as witness. You have to please come. Then Gopal is saying, have you heard of any deity, any lord walking on the road? How you want me to come walking with you? There's no aeroplane or something else, no car, nothing. No, come walking with you. Then that Brahmana says, Lord, we also don't hear deities talking to people. You're talking to me. Why you can't come? So you please come. Then Gopalji says, okay, I will come, but on a condition that every day you have to cook 1 kg of rice and offer to me. Brahmana says, okay, I will do that. Then he says, you should not turn back. If you ever turn back and see, doubting whether I'm coming or not, I will stop there only, wherever I have come. Till wherever I have come, I'll stop. Brahmana says, okay, fine. So then how is he knowing that Krishna is coming behind him? Like his ankle bells he's making sound. So he knows, okay, Krishna is coming, okay. Every day he stops, offers, leaves it to the Lord, Lord eats. All this is going on. Then after a few days, they come to near their village. Then suddenly this Brahmana is not, okay, maybe they have come all the way till here. If by chance Krishna has not come, then my whole plan is flopped. So he says, okay, let me just see. Then he turns, Krishna is there. Gopal is there. Gopal says, see, okay, I've come till here. I'm going to wait here. Now you go, you get everybody, all of them. So then all the people come and then they look at Gopal and they say, amazed. They say, how Krishna is walking, how this Lord walked. So this is the love between the Lord and his devotees. There is nothing, like I said, there is nothing which can prevent Krishna from doing anything. There are no rules or regulations for Krishna. So if we express love for Krishna, Krishna will reciprocate. Okay, this is very important. So, but people cannot understand him, because if they try to understand him without hearing from acharyas, from other devotees, Prabhupada for us so mercifully has given us this Bhāgavatam. We can actually understand Krishna by reading Bhāgavatam. Like I said last week, who doesn't have Bhāgavatam? Please, this is not different from Krishna. This is literary incarnation of Krishna. In a grantha, in a form of a grantha, Krishna has taken this form for Kali Yuga. And we'll discuss all that as we progress in Bhāgavatam. But this is not different from Krishna. So everybody has to, if you want Krishna, how many of you want Krishna in your house? Who are not lifting their hands, you don't want Krishna in their house. You will not lift your hand because it's not your house, I know. Okay, if you want, this is Krishna. So you have to have Bhagavatam in your house. Okay, ठीक है, पापा को बोल दो, हो गया. बच्चों के बोल देंगे तो हो गया काम हमारा. This is not different from Krishna. Okay, so Krishna will come and reside in your house if you have Bhagavatam. So he will reciprocate with devotees, but those who are not hearing from parampara, so our parampara is connected to Brahma. He is the topmost devotee. He is the engineer, secondary creator of this universe. So our parampara comes from him. From Brahma to Narada to Vyasa to Madhvacharya and so on to Madhavendra Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, and so on. So only when devotees give us knowledge about Krishna, that knowledge will be perfect. And when we follow what they are saying, then Krishna will reciprocate with us. Krishna will reciprocate with us. Okay, we will understand Krishna. There are so many people who claim saying that I understand Krishna. I will name a few who didn't understand Krishna, who didn't understand Bhagavad Gita, but they claimed that they know. Big people. One is Dr. Radha Krishna. We know Dr. Radha Krishna. What is he? President. He was president sometime. So he said, I have read Bhagavad Gita. Okay, what do you understand from Bhagavad Gita? Krishna is saying, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. Okay, very nice. What does it mean? Shloka to everybody can say. What does it mean? He says, Krishna is saying, you should surrender to the unborn in me. What is unborn in Krishna? Krishna is Krishna born. See, we can't say, yes, we do Janmashtami, but no, he doesn't take birth. So we will understand all these things slowly about Krishna. Okay. So he takes birth and he doesn't take birth, both. So the whole point is that Acharyas reveal, now Radha Krishna is saying that there is unborn in Krishna. That means according to him, Krishna is born. Like us who take birth, we take birth. Normal human beings, we take birth. So he is saying Krishna also takes birth. And in our body, what we have Atma and Paramatma. Says, yeah, there is Paramatma in Krishna's heart. You surrender to Paramatma. No, there is Paramatma is an Amsha of Krishna. Paramatma comes from Krishna. Paramatma doesn't sit in the heart of Krishna. So he doesn't understand who Krishna is. And then he says, I know Bhagavad Gita. So like this, very famous politicians, they've read Bhagavad Gita, but they've not understood anything. Or, so by knowledge, we cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. By knowledge, we cannot understand Krishna. We have to only hear submissively from Acharyas, only then we can understand. They will tell us, okay, see, Krishna is like this. Okay, Krishna made Yudhishthir tell a lie. Why? Because it's for a higher reason. It's for dharma samsthapanarthaya. Lower dharma can be ignored. Acharyas tell us, reveal this. Okay, then some people were saying, oh, because Yudhishthir Maharaj told a lie. He said Ashwatthama, that is why his chariot started touching the ground. Till then, it was not touching the ground at all. Because he was so pious, such a pious person, he was not even touching, his chariot was not touching the ground also. Then our Acharyas revealed, saying that because for a moment, he thought, should I tell a lie? Krishna is telling, but for a moment he thought, should I tell a lie? So because he thought whether he should follow Krishna's instructions or not, his piety, he lost piety. So his Ratha came down, not because he told a lie. So this is higher dharma. So we cannot understand these things by our intelligence. Krishna cannot be understood by normal material intelligence. So Acharyas, because they have love for Krishna, Krishna reveals these things to Acharyas and they will present it to us. Then we can understand, oh, okay, this is how I understand Krishna. Okay, is this material world real or not real? Is real. Is real, but temporary. Actually, it is true, it is real. But because it is so temporary, in one sense, it is said that it's not real in that sense. It's not real in the sense that it is so temporary. But it appears like real, meaning we want to build a house. We want to build a big bungalow. How many years are we going to be in that bungalow? Whatever, right? If you are 30 years, another maybe 30, 40 years. But we will build it like for 10 generations, it has to be like that. Meaning we want to live here like this is our permanent address, isn't it? If somebody says, what is your address? What will say? This address only. Another 10 years also, I'll be here only. 100 years? Don't know. So this is not our permanent address, but it looks like we feel like this is our permanent address, Earth. If in all our address we can say finally Earth, wherever we are, JP Nagar, Jayanagar, wherever, finally earth. So we think that this earth, Bhumi, is our permanent address. We feel like that because Krishna has created it, though it is not permanent. This is called illusion, moha, brahme. So because of this, we think that this is our permanent address. Actually, a lot of Kanakadasa, Purandaradasa, all these great devotees are there in Karnataka. So very nicely they explain this. They says, Alli ide nammane, illi bandidivi summane. Those who can understand Kannada, it says, Alli ide nammane. Our house is actually there. Illi bandidivi summane. Just like that we have come here. Just like that we came here and we are trying to settle. By the time we try to settle, time for unsettlement. Then we are like, oh my God, so many years I did everything gone. So we should understand reality about this world. So all this looks so real to us because Krishna has created. And where does Krishna reside? 10 minutes will finish. Where does Krishna stay? No, where devotee is okay, but where does he stay? Does he have a house? Okay, does Lord Shiva have a house? We all had Shivratri, no, recently. Does Shiva have a house? Yes, no, maybe. I will think about it next week. I'll tell you. Yes, Shiva has a house. What is his house? Kailash Parvat. Okay. What is Krishna's permanent residence? Not Goloka. Krishna. Krishna is fine. Okay, I was asking Shiva. Sorry. Shiva's permanent residence. Do we know Shiva's permanent residence? Kailash is his temporary residence. So even people who are devotees of Shiva, they won't know this. But we know because everything is there in Bhāgavatam. So Shiva's permanent residence is called Sadashiva Loka. Okay, it is not part of this material world. Is there here? Sadashiva Loka, that is where actually he is a Vishnu Tattva who resides there. Okay, so he expands a Shambhu. You can see there Shambhu. And he comes to this material world to take care of, because he is the one who is married to Parvati, and Parvati is the material energy of the Lord. So it's not his permanent residence. Like that, Krishna, what is Krishna's residence? Krishna's residence is called Goloka Vrindavana. So we can see here. So this is where we are. We are there in this lower. Okay, for devotees here online, let me show this also. I have to remember that online. Some devotees online also. Okay, let me show this Goloka chart here. Okay, so today is our introduction to Goloka. Yeah. One second, sorry. I should get my mouse from next time. This. Okay, I think online people can also see. Okay, so that lowermost black portion, that is Brahmanda. That is where we are. Okay, there is Vishnu lying down there. And then lotus flower has come from his navel. And then Brahma is sitting on top. You can see Brahma. And there are all those 14 planetary systems. Okay, there is Bhu, Loka, Bhur, Loka, Swarga, Mahar, Jana, Tapa, Satya, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Tala, Atala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. And there is Naraka Loka also. Okay, there is Naraka also, for those who didn't know. Then there are so many Brahmandas, like all those golden color eggs. Brahmanda, Anda, it is in the form of a egg. So then after that, this whole part is material creation. So there is, in Lord's creation, quarter part is material, 3/4 is spiritual. Okay. So if you worship any Vishnu Tattva, Krishna, Balaji, Rama, Narsimha, Varaha, Vamana, whatever, any form that we like, we can go to this middle part, which is called Vaikuntha Loka. This is called Vaikuntha Loka. Okay. So you can see it's called Vaikuntha Dham, Haridham. Haridham. Haridham is Vaikuntha. Then as you start going upwards, okay, Haridham, Hari, Narayana, Lakshmi, they are there. Chaturbhuja, four-handed form. Then from there you go up. Then what you find? You go to Ayodhya. If you are a devotee of Lord Rama, then you will go to Ayodhya. Then beyond that there is Dwarka, Dwarka Krishna. Then there is Jagannath Puri, where there is Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. And then there is Mathura, where there is Mathura Krishna. And finally, there is Goloka Vrindavana. Goloka Vrindavana and even the material world, spiritual world, everything is in the form of a lotus. You see all those lotus petals. It's beautiful. Actually, Achintya, okay, Lord's. So we came from wherever, okay, if I came from Vijayanagar, it took me 45 minutes to come here. Now, Krishna is in one part of Vrindavan and he wants to go to another part of Vrindavan. So does he have to walk? What happens? So that lotus flower is like this, no? He wants to go from here to here. What happens? Lotus flower closes. Then he will simply put one step from here to there. Then he's reached his destination. Then it will again open. But nobody will know that it closed. People who are there inside, it's not like they're getting crushed. So Krishna is himself, like I said, more and more we hear about Krishna, we say he's unimaginable. Unimaginable. And every whole Haridhama and Goloka, Brahma Samhita says, Shriya Kanta Kanta Paramapurusha Kalpataravo Druma Bhumis Chintamani Ganamayi Toyam Amritam Katha Ganam Natyam Gamanamapi Vamshi Priya Saki. Says, what is life in Goloka? Life in Goloka means, or in Vaikuntha, if you speak, it is a song. Okay, Hare Krishna, somebody's bike is parked outside, two-wheeler, opposite side, black. No, not yours, I think. Black. Okay, yeah. Anyway. So if we speak, then it is singing. If we walk, then it is dancing. Every day is a festival. Just remember this. If somebody wants to know why I should do bhakti, this is the reason. Because it's a nitya daily festival in Goloka. Okay. So, and Krishna is happy. He is always laughing. When we associate with such people, what will happen to us? We'll also be happy. So, and how do we be happy? We will be happy by serving Krishna. When we serve Krishna, Krishna becomes happy. And Krishna becomes happy, we become happy. So when we come engage in service, we are, we are singing Kirtan. After we sing Kirtan, we'll feel happiness, isn't it? Why we feel happiness? Because we are not singing for some performance, isn't it? We are not thinking, mera rag, taal, ye sab theek hai kya, kaun sa rag. No, we are not. We're simply calling out to the Lord. When we sincerely do that, Krishna becomes happy. When he becomes happy, we become happy. Okay. So here, lastly, it is said that the Lord resides in his abode Dhama, Goloka, Vrindavana. So what is our goal? Our goal is to go there. Our goal is to go there. Permanent address, you can change. In application form, we write current address, permanent address. So next time we'll say permanent address, Goloka Vrindavan. Then they'll also come say, hey, kaha suna hi nahi diya? Suna nahi diya. Aajao. Come to our class. We'll tell you where Goloka is. Okay. So this is introduction to Krishna. Brief introduction to Krishna. We cannot. What can we say about Krishna? Okay, little bit whatever we know we can share. So this is the first verse of Bhagavatam, which is explaining us about Krishna's position. Okay, 7:45. I wanted to close. I've closed. Anybody has any questions? Yeah. How do we know Krishna is reciprocating? Like I said, many ways. One way is when we feel happy, when we do something for Krishna, that is Krishna's reciprocation, number one. Number two, so there are, those who have not gone to Mayapur. So our Radha Madhav is in Mayapur. Okay. So we are actually having a yatra. We are going in April 15th for a week. So when you go in Mayapur, there is Narsimhadev. So there are so many incidences. When we simply, there are devotees who stood in front of Narsimhadev and said, Narsimhadev, I want to do some service to you. I want to serve you today. And by the time they finish their prayer, Pujari calls, "Ye lekhe jaiye." It's like that. It's literally like that. So when we sincerely pray to Krishna, he will immediately reciprocate. See, but we should understand one thing. Whether we can understand he is reciprocating or not depends on what we asked him. If it is service, he will immediately, he will say, take it. If it is material, he knows what to do. He will do accordingly. But if it is related to seva, bhakti, he reciprocates. Another thing, very important thing I want to tell. Who want to experience Krishna's mercy, do something for him. Okay, our Acharya say that we should go out of our comfort zone. What is comfort zone? All of us are in our comfort zone. What is comfort zone? Comfort, like I am happy in this, right? Like, for example, okay, you're telling me to chant 16 rounds. My comfort zone is 4 rounds. I will not go outside that. Or somebody says, okay, I'm riding two-wheeler, but I want to ride only in the side roads. I don't want to go to the main road because that is my comfort zone. I don't want to ride on the main road. Like, you understand? Comfort zone is where we are comfortable. Whatever we are happy doing those things. We don't want to go beyond. When we do something out of the comfort zone for Krishna, then you will immediately realize Krishna's reciprocation. That means that we do something which maybe we are not able to do. Normally, we cannot do it. But some devotee says, Prabhu Mataji, can you do this? I learned this from my senior devotees. First thing, when some service comes to us, we should say yes. We should remove this no word from our dictionary first, if you want Krishna's mercy. Because when some devotees tell us something, that is actually Krishna's mercy only. How will Krishna speak to us? Can we hear him? If he is now standing and talking to us, can we hear? No. But he will inspire some other devotee, and some devotee will come and say, "Oh, why don't you do this?" We should say yes, okay. Not like, oh, how do I do, what to do? All that is secondary. Next. First is yes. Answer is yes. When we do that yes, whether we have the ability or not, he will make us do that service because we want to do it nicely for him. Then we realize that I didn't have the ability at all. How was I able to do this? Mercy. So there are various, the more initiative we want to do, serve Krishna, please him, more we'll realize Krishna's presence. So we should serve Krishna. Oh, telephone. He suddenly took us to those non-Swiggy days. Ring. Okay. Any other questions? किसी को अंदर से किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चन प्रश्न है? मेरा हिंदी से भाग जाएंगे लोग. She has a question. You can answer. Okay, anybody online? You can ask. Okay.